Good evening, everybody in. One thing I don't like about this is you can't actually see how many people are watching. Yeah.
Oh, when you're on comments on watching live streams, you can.
Yeah, I don't seem so sure.
Do you want me to go and get my phone so you can see?
Yeah, I can do it myself. Good idea, Batman. Good idea, Batman. Good idea, Batman. Ah, see? We're in. Who have we got in? David, Ian, Jesse. Jesse from the States.
You can.
Oh, you can. It says it there. Well, well, we'll get a few more people in and then we'll say hello properly. Sam K, one of the first. All right, Sam. Oh, God, troubles here. Sam, you'll be pleased to know, mate, there's no beer, no alcohol, no whiskey, no nothing. Give up, TJ. It's orange juice. Right, enough. All right, enough. Funny's funny, you know. Right, I said I was going to have a friend, a guest, somebody in with me. So shall we bring that person in? And hello, I'll have to curse word because there it is. I'll say hello to Nessa, Trucker UK. Say hi. Say hi, Ness.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing?
Well, we've got a few people in. How many have we got in? 43 so far. Neil, good evening. Steve Thompson, Sam K. I'm not pleased with that. Sam says he's not pleased with that at all. He says he's not pleased with us not drinking. So,
hey, Sam, how you doing, fella?
Look, Sam, I'm getting all posh. You see, I can put comments on screen now. So obviously, we all know it's the main reason I'm here is to do the live draw, which we'll do sooner rather than later. If you're only here for that, and that's for that.
Ooh.
Scania wash bag. Yeah, it's got Scania water in it. What Scania water is? I don't know if they just drained it off a radiator and put it in a bottle. I don't know, but
Probably tastes a bit posher than Daft water.
Scania water. And
Why is it ready on your phone?
a bunch bar. It goes about 10 seconds later. But we'll do that soon. We've got 43 in. Evening, JJ. So the idea of tonight is just a bit of a Q&A. Nessa's in, obviously, and myself. So if you want to know, just ask what you like. I don't care. Oh, God, DD's here. Well, that's the viewing figures gone downhill. Good evening, young man. Good evening, son. I thought you were off out tonight, Pop.
You can't, he's got no trainers. They don't fit.
Yeah, no. I actually quite like them, and I'm on paying 65 quid.
They were, yeah, very posh. I like them.
You can tell he's evening, Levi. Is that Levi your Levi? Will be.
Yeah, he's my Levi, yeah.
Yeah, DD, 65 quid for a pair of trainers? Jeez, man. Not for me. Tell he's single. Git. Hi. Oh, can I remember this? So, any questions anybody wants to ask? Fill your boots. Oh, Alistair is asked. Nessa. Alistair asked, where do you work, Nessa?
Where do you work? I work for John Raymond Transport in Bridgend. You can call it Nolan Transport if you like. Everybody does.
Dee bought himself some new trainers as well.
Oh, a pair that fit.
Pair that fit, yeah.
Jolly good. Is that the Adidas ones? I think I saw a pair of Adidas ones.
Dee, what are those that you're selling? Stu Mace, my audio is out of sync with my gob, apparently. You joking, kid?
Yeah, she's joking.
Not a lot I can do
Gary
about that.
Walker.
Hi, Gary. Evening, Jenko. Jenko's in. Jenko, sorry to hear you last week, my friend. Yeah, I don't know what else to say to that, mate. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you check out his page. Don't need to be said on here. Alistair, do you enjoy and do you go Europe, Nessa? Do you enjoy and do you go Europe?
I do enjoy it, but I don't go to Europe. I'm too chicken to leave England and Wales. all the immigrants and stuff frighten the life out of me, so it's not something I could do.
Oh, I'd love to have a crack at it. Yeah, I'd love to have a crack at it. Yeah, congratulations to Levi as well. He's just passed his test, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's passed his driving test on the 3rd of December.
Yeah, so, well done to that.
He's been trying to do it for 9 months. It got cancelled 3 times because of COVID.
Oh, it must be so annoying, that. It must be so frustrating.
Yeah,
I'll see it. Yeah, it must be so frustrating. And Dini's got a question for us both. Me personally, I don't get a sore ass because I've got a fat one. You know what I mean?
Nope, I don't either. I sometimes get a bit achy and stiff, but other than that, nope.
You get used to. All joking aside, for all new drivers, I don't know about you, Nessa. You obviously just come back to doing more longer distance drives, haven't you? But me personally, I used to get a sore butt. I used to get like cramp and in my shoulders when I first started driving. From being sat in the same position constantly. It seems to have plateaued, well, years ago now, but yeah, it's all right. So, but yeah, it's something to worry about when you first started.
How many times do you want to say the same thing?
Can you hear her shouting? Can you hear her?
I can hear her.
Sharon, remember I'm on live? Bless her.
The joys, isn't it? The joys.
Just remind your mum that I'm live, don't forget.
It doesn't matter, I'm shouting at him because he came in and repeated the same question 3 times before she even had a chance to answer. Kids.
Yeah,
And Christmas.
Yeah.
Great.
Trying to keep up with the chat now. Do you like the flatbed work rather than the curtain cider? That's for you, Paul, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I used to do flatbeds before I went to WS. Well, I did about 12 months on low loader work. So I've done plenty of years on flats, but it's just more of a challenge. It's good. I enjoy it. I much prefer it to high and heavy that I was doing. So definitely.
What's the difference then? I've only done curtain cider work.
Obviously, it's a lot less palletized. You've got your chains, etc., and all that good stuff. Also, you can't hide anything. It's not professional, really, to say it, I suppose. But in a curtain cider, you can hide that you haven't strapped something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can get away with it. Going down the road, but it's not. When you're on a flatbed, it's unsure for everybody to see. Obviously, you should secure everything anyway, but not everybody would. But I much prefer flats, and I can't really say I like curtains in the slightest. It's not for me, curtain work. So, not at all. But Alistair there's asked let me put it up. Would ever fancy doing transport manager? No thanks.
No
That's
thanks.
end of that discussion. I'm actually a qualified CAD tech, computer drawing technician, technical drawing and all that crap. I sat at a computer, as I am right now, for about 6 months, earning pretty much the same money, doing normal Monday to Friday hours, and I quit. I couldn't do it. Can't say enough.
No, I can't. I'm all right for a day or two, and then I'm just sort of ripping my hair out.
Yeah, it bores the crap out of me, does office work. Jeez, on the phone again.
When's your next vlog out, Paul and Nessa? Mine's the 14th of December.
Me personally, where's that one? Oh, damn it.
It is.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've got it. Neil Mitchum.
Yep.
Me personally, I'm not doing a proper vlog now until New Year. I'll leave it until after Christmas. I'm going to do a few little 10-minute bits and pieces up to the run up to Christmas, maybe even a couple of weeks. It's only going to be like this is a ratchet trap, this is how you roll it, end of video, that kind of thing. Like how-to videos. So Sam K says you can hide it on a flatbed too. Just don't ask me how. I'm up and talking about.
Sam can talk. He sheets loads he doesn't need to sheet.
Well, I've done plenty of that. The company I used to work for, Trustwell, we used to sheet steel out of Scunthorpe, and we used to take it all the way down to Canterbury, and then he used to unload it and store it outside. I never understood that, but anyway. But I've just made inquiries about getting sheets on the wagon because there's only a couple of us that carry them at WS. So we got there. What was it? Which one was it? William, what was WS induction like? I go on Monday. William, so you're going to? I'm assuming you're going to Runcorn. It's boring as hell, mate. I did 2 days. I don't know how many. I've heard that I knocked it down to 1 day now because of COVID. Sorry, I should have another thing. But the induction's boring, mate. It's a tick in the box more than anything, to be fair. But ultimately, the company to work for, I can't fault them, which is why I'm still with them. That's why I didn't go when I had the chance. You won't go wrong. You won't go wrong. Matthew Smith, did you stop vlogging after you got smashed on Dad's channel? I nearly stopped being married. Or should I say, I was nearly stopped from being married. My wife was not happy money. Oh man, yeah, she wasn't happy money. It was very, very strained on a Sunday because I was not very well, shall we say, and I was glad to go back to work Monday morning. Oh man, Levi. Oh, what's that one there? Gary Walker. I'm in the shed tomorrow. I'm actually revamping a shop bought log burner for a pal of mine who's bought it for his mum for a Christmas present. So I'm going to revamp it, put a new grate in it, and repaint it and all that good stuff. So that's tomorrow's job. If I remember, I'll take photos before and after and put them on Instagram. So, Levi's asked, since start of COVID, would you say the demand for HGV driver has gone up or down? I don't know, to be honest. It's probably about the same as it always has been. Well, it has been for several years now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where people say there's a shortage of drivers, because I don't think there is.
I think there's, without sounding no, big headed's probably not the right word. I think there's a shortage of experienced drivers. It's like yourself, you come back into the trade. I know you've had your class 1 for a while, haven't you? But you've not really been in the industry, in the class one side.
No, I've been class 2.
But I think there's a shortage of experienced drivers, because I think a lot of the older drivers have retired and moved on. And there was a spell where younger drivers weren't coming into the industry, which there's obviously this massive influx over the last few years. Because obviously they lowered the age as well, didn't they? Because you do it at 18 now, can't you?
18 now, yeah. 18.
So I know there's been this massive influx of new, recently qualified drivers. So I think there's certainly a shortage of experience. But you want to get experience by doing the job, don't you? So
yeah,
I'll never knock anybody if you're willing to learn and willing to listen to the older people, the people that have done it. Then I have no problems with you whatsoever.
Yeah.
Sam K. Simple answer is, turn it off, turn it on. No. I'm in the process of, those that you don't know, I'm in the process of making a new light board. No, is a simple answer. I don't agree with them. Me to drive trucks, I felt unworthy. JJ, I can't fault you, mate. If you don't feel it's safe, you don't drive it. It's simple as. It's not worth your license, mate. At the end of the day, you're the one that's going to get the points and pay the fines if something's wrong and you get nicked for it. So it's not worth it. I certainly wouldn't do it if I didn't think it was worth going on the road. So.
Alistair asked a question about whether the non-speaking English drivers get to you. I don't know what that means. You're going to have to elaborate on that, Alistair.
Well, my take on that is we've got quite a lot of Polish that work out of our rugby depot, and there are guys there that are short on English language skills, which I personally think you should have a certain amount of grasp of the English language.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of foreign drivers as well.
I have no problem with foreign drivers whatsoever. They're just as capable of doing the job as themselves. You know, there are, you hear the horror stories, the flip-flop stories and all that stuff, but
yeah,
they're only human beings out there doing a job, aren't they? And a lot of the foreign drivers come over into this country from abroad, working from abroad, if that makes it, the flip-flops, shall we call them. I think they do, they're away for a long time and home for a very short time.
And they're hard workers as well, especially the ones I've been in contact
and hardly
with.
paid as well. The guys that are coming from over the water, they don't get a lot of money. What we got next? Maybe what was that?
HGV Craig is in the house.
Good evening, Craig. How are we doing, pal? Which is harder to drive, Class 1 or Class 2? James Tennant asks. Which is hardest to drive?
I think Class 2 is harder.
I can't remember, to be honest. I've been driving Class 1 12 years, so I can't really remember.
Yeah, I think Class 2 is easier to reverse in a way, but overall, it's harder. The overall job, I think.
I think Class 2 is Class 1's harder to reverse when you first start, but I find myself reversing the wrong way in the car.
Do you? I can't drive a car to save my life.
I just want to say hello to Phil B. He's one of my work colleagues. He's a good mate at work. So where is he? There he is.
Phil B. Hello, Phil B.
Phil B is one of our current side drivers.
Good evening.
Annie looks how many depots WS have. Oh God, we've got depots. We've got Runcorn, Rugby, Thirsk. Yeah, they're the only depots we've got for WS. Then there's WS Tankers at Markham Vale, which is where I'm based. And then we've got all sorts of little bits and pieces all over the place where we've got vehicles parked, but they're not really depots per se. Mark Fit, congratulations, pal. Passed his Class 1 in November. Can't get any work because I won't experience him with agencies. I'm surprised about the agencies, Mark. They're normally pretty good. Again, it's a while since I've had to deal with an agency, but from what I've heard, they're pretty good.
I passed my Class 1 in 2019 as well. But I found a Class 1 job within about 3 or 4 weeks of starting to look for work. But I only found it by going to the company and asking them for a job.
Knock on the door.
Yeah.
Knock on the door. It's
easy for them to say no.
Yeah, it's so easy to send an email. Right, I'll give you my top tip on getting a job. Right, first job. I passed my Class 2, and I passed my Class 1. I was very, very lucky. I did land a Class 1 drive very, very quickly, and I also had my HIAB. But I sat at a computer, I revamped my CV. I printed my CV out on cream paper, right? Cream, not white, cream. And then a cover letter on a normal paper, but it's decent quality paper. So a cover letter, dear sir, blah, 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 need me a job, give me a job, blah, 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 contact details. Folded it up in an envelope, printed the envelope, stamp, chucked it in the letterbox. I sent 37 letters out one particular day, and I had a job offer which was Trustwell, where I ended up working. I had a job offer within a couple of days. I had a further 2 or 3 job offers within a few days after that. And I just think that it worked out very, very well for me. So I would tell anybody to do it that way. But you put your CV on cream paper because it stands out from everybody else.
Yep.
It worked for me. Somebody told me that, and it worked for me. So, oh, David R. We all do this to put food on the table, mate. That's too right. We do, mate. I don't do it for love. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy my job, but I wouldn't choose to do it. Lottery win. I'd buy my own car. I'd buy my own truck, and I'd use it when I feel like it. When the wife's winding me up. Thank you, Nessa. The wife's winding me up. I'll go to work. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't do it if I didn't need to.
Chukajenko said the beard's coming on, Paul.
That's what I just giggled at.
It is. It hasn't taken long to start coming back, is it?
3 weeks, I think it is. Yeah. Mark Oggy. I apologise if I missed anybody's, but we're obviously I'm going to struggle to keep up with everybody. No, that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Well, thank you for that one, Nessa. Yeah. Thanks, Nessa.
You're very welcome.
Mark Oggy, what's the best route to get CPC past Class 1 on Wednesday?
Online is the quickest.
Is it? I can't answer that because I've never had to deal with it. I've always done it through the companies I've worked for. So I don't know about you, Nessa.
Most people are doing it online now. Go on.
I was just going to say, if any of the guys in the who's watching, if you've got experience of doing your Class 1, your CPC, shout up in the comments and I'll put them on the screen. But I haven't got a clue. Absolutely no idea.
With John Raymond now, we save up through the year like £1 a week out your wages, and then we do a day each year. Then.
Yeah, well, I think we get spoiled at WS because they pay for the CP. Well, we have in-house trainers who are qualified to train, and also we actually get paid our hours. We get paid a 10-hour day for attending the CPC course. So I think we are a little bit spoiled in that respect.
Most people are doing the CPC classes online now. There's a lot of companies out there that's doing it.
Are there? No, I've got a course to do on the 20th, but it's not for CPC. It's for being a bit quick in your car. So that went down like a smash in the face of the wife as well. Well, the annoying thing is, right, I was on my way to work, 4:30 in the morning. I was doing 69 miles an hour on the motorway, and the summons that came through was claims it had the 60 mile an hour variable speed limits up that I never saw. But anyway, whatever. £88 it's cost me.
James Humble asked, is there more Class 1 or 2 jobs? I think there's more Class 1, but I think it's
down to tramping, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're wanting tramping, go Class 1. Yeah, I think you've got more chance of getting a tramping job Class 1. Sam K. Let's go down. Morgan Moore says John Raymond is great coming to work for usually trucks are spot on. Usually try to spot their trucks. I'm sick of looking at trucks thinking, is that Nessa?
Everybody does, because sometimes I'm in a John Raymond lorry, sometimes I'm in a Nolan lorry. It's literally different every shift. And but the difference is I only work nights at the moment, so you're very rarely going to ever catch me in the daylight, unless I'm running late.
Right, Sam K has put this up. What advice would you give a new driver being forced to do dodgy work in dodgy trucks? No straps on the roadway, but scared to lose your job. Sam, it's not worth your job. It's not worth your license. I know we're talking to you. You've already got your job, unless you're not happy where you're working. But it's not worth your license. At the end of the day, you paid a lot of money to get that license. If you're not legally confident with the vehicle or the load or whatever, then you just sort of take it. Because at the end of the day, it's you that's going to be paying for it. One way or another, you'll be paying for it. So, yeah, there's no more to say on that. What about you, Nessa? Is there? What do you think? I don't think there's anything more to say.
No, the only answer for that is no. No, I'm not doing it. No, I won't do it. No, don't ask me again, kind of thing. And,
no, if you get the answer, well, such and such takes him, we'll hand the keys over and tell him to take it. Honestly, it's not worth it. Because ultimately, you could find yourself not just out of work, you could find yourself in prison. If you lose a load, and if it's a heavy load, it goes through somebody's roof and kills them, you're going down for that. Is it vehicle manslaughter or something like that? I don't know, but you're going to go down for it. Phil B, you cheeky git. Not on the live feed. I didn't have a saw it on the live feed, mate. My head was fine. It was following 2 days.
What Phil said.
It was the following 2 days. My head saw head. Cheeky git. He's a brave man when he's not stood in front of me.
Oh God.
Yeah, wrong one. That one. JJ there. Walked away from a job. I mentioned Sam. I took a risk, but definitely not worth losing license or points. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what we said, isn't it? And losing your liberty as well. That's the biggest one, isn't it? Did somebody say something about Peterborough? I think I just missed that comment. Yeah. Are we going to Peterborough? Well, ultimately, we'll say yes. Is it going to be on? Who knows? We just don't know what's going on, do we? With all this scamdemic going around. We just don't know. So, yeah. I don't know. If we get there, we get there. It should be good.
Mark Oggy has asked, do you recommend a website for CPC? There's a couple that I know of. What's it called now? Enterprise Training or something like that it's called. There's that one. National Compliance Training. There's loads online. You've only got to Google it. CPC Direct, that's another good one. There's usually a lot of companies that do it as well. Usually ones who would train HGV drivers in the lorries. You know, they usually do courses as well.
So I should have comment. It's maybe a subject for a video for you. Maybe you could look at doing something in a vlog. You know, recommendations or something. Maybe. An idea. Like I say, I've no knowledge or experience of it, so I've never had to do it. So.
Yeah.
Matthew Smith. Oh no, wrong one. I took a tea. So I got to click someone. It moves. I won't read it out because my wife's in the next room.
Divorce is going to be on the cards for sure.
Yeah. Totally agree there.
Yeah.
Take care of your license. No job is irreplaceable. Lives are. No job is irreplaceable. Lives are. You believe? Oh, that's the wrong way around, that, isn't it? No. Yeah. No job is life. No job. No life is irreplaceable. I don't know. I'm confused. So I kind of get your sentiment. I understand. Am I getting confused there?
I think it's been typed wrong, but
I think it is. Yeah, I think we've tripped over there somewhere.
Your job is replaceable. Your life isn't.
Yes. Yeah, you can get a new job, but you can't replace your life.
Mm.
Oh, JJ Motors. Any companies to recommend? If you're a new driver, mate, I would strongly suggest. If you've got your own transport and don't mind travelling a couple of junctions down motorway, get you sent to Trustwell at Barnsley. They set on new drivers all the time. Speak to a guy called Roger at Underwood. If they've got a job, they're likely to give you a chance. Pretty good. Well, I worked for them for 7 years. To this day, I don't understand why I left. Looking back now, they're not the best paid. I would be dropping about 70, 80 quid a week on a flat week, going back to them now. But yeah, if you're looking for the start, then it's definitely worth speaking to them. And you work with great Ian, pal. They're a good bunch. Took a tea. Stick to his bloody van for now. It's not on the tackle.
Oh, that's good. And I've been talking to him on Instagram. And he's just set up his YouTube channel as well, ready to start vlogging, and then this happens. That's gutting. That's proper gutting. Sorry about that, Trucker T.
What I'll say to that though, Trucker T, if you've set up your channel, why are you not vlogging already? Why not do, what DD did?
Yeah.
DD charted all the way through from van driving right to where he is right now.
So why not do
it yourself?
Yeah, get the process started.
Yeah, do it now. Yeah, do it now. I would. Seeing DD's progression and the way
people like to see how you progress.
I feel like somebody's got it in my head. But yeah, do it now. Yeah.
He's just said he is vlogging now.
Good. I got you. Yeah, good. Yeah, I think it'd be daft if you didn't.
People do like to see your progression. I mean, when I went from class 2 to class 1, my video views tripled. Plus, I started uploading more, and that sort of people like to see you uploading.
I'm going to say when I've noticed a big drop in my subscriber rate climb, and that while I've not been vlogging these last few weeks, you've got to, as a YouTube creator, you've got to constantly. What's the word I'm looking for? You've got to have some kind of rhythm to your vlog, like you do it every other week or every week, so people get used to it being there, and they kind of come to rely on it. So, Morgan Moore with a portrait driver for for first job help and get familiar with the HGV industry. If you're looking at loading trucks, then yeah, it's going to give you an insight. You know, chatting to drivers and that if they actually want to talk, because a lot of drivers don't.
Yeah.
They're boring kids. But yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't. I don't think it's going to put you in the right frame, isn't it? You know, you're going to get to see that side of it. I don't know. You can't do any harm. And it's the job. If you've not got a job, it's better than no job, isn't it? John Woodward's asked how Dee is, how he's doing. Well, he's doing all right. He was in early on. He did stop by and say hello.
Are you guys on until 1 a.m.? Absolutely not.
No.
Probably about 8 or 9 p.m. at the latest.
This chat makes me laugh every time. I think a lot of people.
Top driver.
I think a lot of people would complain about that.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what as Junko as Jenko says. There, you get good months and bad months with the videos.
Yeah, it depends what content you can get as well, doesn't it? Sometimes you just can't get anything decent.
Yeah, I got pulled. I got a phone call the other day from one of our. She's HR manager. Somebody's complaining about one of my videos that I filmed inside. Oh God, when I went to Ireland, which was February time, January, February time, because I filmed inside the concrete works there, but I got permission to do it. But somebody's kicked off about it. So she's certain things like that. I've now got to send her the video before it actually goes live, which is going to be a right pain in the butt. So
yeah,
I'm not going to end up doing it just purely because it takes so much time and effort to do the videos. Then to have to get them okayed by her first, it's just.
And then for them to say no as well, and you've spent all that time on it, they don't.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, Chucker T just put up this one about it'll give some kind of self-satisfaction. That's one of the reasons I started my other channel for the welding. Excuse me, and that was purely so I could look back in years to come. You know, when I can't use my fingers anymore because they've all fallen off because I'm old and really ancient and I can't move. And I look back to what I did do. That's the reason I started that channel. Just look back and see what I did do. John Martin. Yeah, apart from the fact my wife's in the other room stressing her head out putting the Christmas tree up. Yeah, we're pretty good. Little lady's elfing it over there playing on the phone, so she's happy. And the lad's in there watching TV. All good.
No, I'm stressing out trying to push this button. It work.
Phil B says if Nessa's a night driver, she might see me knocking about with me starting early. You don't start early. You're just stupid.
What time does Phil B work?
He starts around about 11 to 12 o'clock at night. But he gets so much stick from our place because he's not classed as a night worker. He's a day worker that starts early. But there's lads that are kicking off about him doing it because he didn't get paid extra for it, so they're not going to get paid extra if they work a night shift, blah, blah, blah. He does it to suit himself. He likes to work through the night. There's no traffic, etc. And he's guaranteed nearly finish on a Friday.
I've seen loads of the WS drivers in services and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
we have night drivers. We have days and nights. Like Dee Dee's a day driver now. He'll get out of his truck through the day, and quite likely somebody will get in his and take it out on the night.
Yeah, that's what we do at our yard.
Yeah, but Phil's a tramper, same as myself. So he leaves Sunday night, midnight Sunday night, and gets back lunchtime on Friday. So, but it works for him. But like I say, he gets a lot of crap for it. So. Yeah, Sam, just go back to the YouTubing thing for Chucker T. Watch out for the burnout. You do get to the point where you just you've had enough and you just want to walk away and quit. What we'll say is if you feel like it, give up for a week or two. Hence why I'm not filming. So a couple of weeks off. So
I had about 4 or 5 months off from vlogging when I was furloughed in March to July, I think it was.
Yeah, it's still to do with vlogging.
It's actually a welcome break sometimes.
Yeah, you come back all refreshed.
Yeah. I did one vlog and then my boss banned me from vlogging.
Levi's wanting a curry.
Levi's gonna have to wait for his curry. I'm having fun on YouTube.
Matthew Smith, not a hope in hell, my friend. Not a hope in so. He says I've got to get the gym out. Nope. I've had my yearly quota of that stuff. Oh, let's skip on a little bit. I had that more than once at Keywell, Paul. Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, Martin had quite a bit of crap, didn't he? I have spoken to somebody. I'm not going to name names because I want to keep it a secret in case it come off. But I have spoken to somebody at our place who's agreed to do me an interview, and regarding me vlogging. So we'll hopefully that'll come off. Andrew Bowen. Again, spoke to the same person about the new trucks. He was coy, shall we say, coy about what I'm getting next. So we'll wait and see. Pass. What route would you start with? It's good to get good news across the board. Chuck and T, a question of you both. When you become a new pass, what route would you recommend to start with? Obviously, over time, it would be good to get experience across the board, but I see a lot doing tipper. Tipper works good for just getting into your driving and getting used to being in a bendy truck. Personally, I couldn't imagine it being anything other than boring. It's not for me personally, but
I think as a short-term job, it would be good because there's a lot of reversing in it, and you will get to practice it. But I couldn't do it long-term.
I'd be bored crap.
It's too much samey.
Yeah. Drive there, pick it up, drive there, drop it off. Drive back there, pick it up, drive there, drop it off. Yeah, well, go back and watch DD's vlogs from when he first passed his class 1 when he was working for Freeman, was it? Freelands, whoever it was.
Freelander, I think it was,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And it literally was. He was driving there. It was just like, it drive me nuts with that. Pardon the pun. But I personally went straight into flatbeds. Absolutely zero. I had a little bit of experience from class 2 because I did class 2 flat. But you soon learn. You'll soon learn. It's a massive learning curve. He said there about fridge work. Again, tramping with a fridge behind you. No, thank you. I've that buzzing away behind you all night. I had one buzzing away next to me all the day. That was enough. I suppose it's going to be a little bit easier. You don't have to learn load restraint so much, do you? You've got to put bars and that in. Don't know. Michael Brett is asking about companies that help you class 1. You go into your bigger companies, your Stobarts. Eddie Stobarts will sometimes offer to put you into a class 1. What's it called? Program. And you obviously have to sign up for X amount of years to stay with them, to pay it back. But I think the bigger companies are going to be the ones to help you out with that.
Trucker Jono's company did that, didn't they? Lenham.
Did they put him through it?
Yeah, they put him through his class 1.
That's cool. Yeah, good. We're good. Daz is where's he gone? There he is. He's put up. He's seen one up in Irvine. We had 2 of our lads went up to Wick the other day with flatbeds. I was well gutted. I wanted that one. I haven't been that far. I've been to Tane, just on the side of water, I think it is. Just go to Inverness, across the bridge. I think it's Tane. That's as far as I've been up. Go on, Richard Rushton. Go on then. Give me a shock. What's it going to be?
I laugh if he's right.
Yeah. What does he work at? What they call it, the wrapping company. I can't remember what they're called. 96 in the house. Well done, you two. Cheers, Matthew. Yeah, Anthony Hawks asked if you guys have got Volvos. Or are you all daft now?
No, we got a lot of Volvos. Volvos, DAFs, and what was the other one? MANs. We got a good few MANs as well.
No thanks. I'm not a fan of any MAN.
No, me.
Phil B. It's only because you're showing off because you had to use one the other day. James Tennant, have you ever been pulled by VOSA? And they're as bad as they're made out to be. I've been pulled twice. In my career, I've been pulled twice. And no, they're not. They're human beings doing a job. Simple as. If you've done everything you've got to do legally, you're running legally, your card's legal, your card's nice and clean, you've not had any infringements, then you've nothing to worry about. The first thing you got to do. Sorry, but I've always said you have to pass one test as soon as they turn up and say, "All right, driver, you have to pass one test," and it's the very first thing you got to do, and you've got to pass the attitude test. If you've got a nasty attitude with them, they will have a nasty attitude back, and they will find something to fine you for. No matter what it is, they will find you. If you're nice and polite to them, you've got no problems, unless you've done something, I've genuinely done something wrong, your wheel falling off, or you've driven 5 hours without a break for without a good reason. But attitude test. Chesterfield Trucker, good evening. James Marriott, have you seen a vlogger called Trucker Arena? Rena? No, I haven't, my friend. No, I haven't.
It's Truck Arena.
Rena? No, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. 7:70 in Feb. Well, there's rumours, depending on what rumour you listen to, at our place, that I'll be getting a 770, but Phil B will pop up with this one and agree with me. The amount of different rumours I've been told about what truck I'm getting, I don't believe anything anymore. Simple as, I just don't believe it. I believe it when I get handed the keys. You don't want to go like that. There's your keys in the truck, and I put my nameplate in windscreen. That's when I believe it's mine. So I ain't got a clue. James Martin, John Martin. James Martin, he's a cook, isn't he? John Martin asked if I'm going to Ireland again. Yeah, there's a possibility, and I'll try and get the right load this time. Yeah, we had a problem with the load that I brought back last time. I tried to bring back. It was an issue. I had to go all the way back from Dublin Port to back up near Belfast. So. JD has asked about the mirror cams on the Mercs. No experience, zero experience. Jenko's your man to talk to about that. I know in his videos he enjoyed them. He enjoyed using it. So I had a burp coming in. But I have no, what's the word? Opinion on it. I can't say. I think my only opinion would be is it's a massive blind spot, but without actually sitting in the truck and seeing it for myself, I can't actually say. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought you've been in one of your Ness?
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, I think Jenko's the man for that, isn't it?
Definitely.
Sam K.
He's still in the house, so he could answer that one.
Yeah. Sam K. If the boss gave you a blank check and said, "Go mental, what truck would you get?" 770 volt Scania. Sorry, but it would be. I've never been a Scania man until I got given this next gen that I'm in now, and it is just an awesome truck. I wouldn't choose anything else now, personally. What about you, Ness?
I've not driven any of the Scanias. I've only ever driven an S-Reg, really old hook loader type Scania, and it was awful. It was awful. So if I could have any truck, I'd buy the S-Way. I like the S-Way.
It's a good-looking motor, but it's an Iveco.
It is good.
Again, I've not driven them, never had any experience on them, so I can't comment whether I drive one or not. But from personal experience, it would be. This
Marmite, you love them or you hate them.
Right, I like the way they look. I won't say I do. Same as the Volvo, the Renault that HGV Craig's got now. I think it's a stunning looking truck.
Yeah.
But I've heard all sorts of stories about what the interiors are like and what they like to drive, etc. So I can't comment.
It's down to personal taste as well, like anything is.
Definitely. But I struggle with the older Scanias, the top lines and the likes of. Have you heard the phrase Scania back? There's a weird seating position in the Scania. There's a slight twist to them, or it's offset slightly or something. And after a couple of hours of driving, I have issues with my lower back and pains down my legs driving them. So I was very, very lucky, fortunate to get the one that I got, to get out of that one. I had a 16 plate top line prior to this one. So, Trevor gets another mirror camera. He wants the power switch turning. Yeah, I just caught that one before it went on top of my screen. That's what Phil's just put about my next truck. 770 with Kelso all over and pulled bar on the front last year. Yeah, it's one of the ones I've heard. Yeah, it's one of the ones I've heard as well.
If Trucker Jenko gets another mirror cam, he wants the power switch turning up to full.
It's just like, because the crap out of it, Max.
Some of our DAFs are terrible with the power.
Yeah, I had a mine the Euro 6 yours, weren't they? The Euro 6 or the 105s.
Some of them are 5s. Most of them are 5s. We've got
Yeah.
a couple of 6s.
5s were pretty poor. I had a 57 plate, and then before I got into my 14 plate now, and that was poor. The gearbox was poor. It lagged. Put your foot on the throttle, and it took ages before it set off. But again, a massive improvement when I went to Euro 6 DAF. And I was always a DAF man, always until I got this new Scania. Yeah, it's lovely, absolutely lovely.
Can I just say, HTV Craig, don't you dare, boyo, don't you dare. He knows what I mean.
Nessa, what's this about to remember people's birthdays? What's that all about?
Don't even go there.
I'll even put it on screen so you can read it. What's that all about? Come on.
I can't tell you because it'll spoil the surprise to someone.
It's not gossip.
Yeah. I thought it was someone's birthday when it wasn't, and I wished them happy birthday, and it wasn't their birthday.
Yeah, that's all right.
Trucker Jenko says the S-Way looks very similar to a Scania. The new one does, doesn't it? The S-Way.
The S-Way. It looks very similar to the new Scania, doesn't it? Yeah. I think it's actually a better looking truck. Is the Iveco. Trucker T. No, it was actually quite a distance away, and it wasn't a camera. It was actually my phone. It was my Samsung Galaxy S20, is it? I think it is. So it's not exactly cheap. But yeah, it came in with steel, and he put the steel down. And it covered the camera. I had to move the camera, but it was about a foot away when he put it down. I was a little bit worried.
Oh, I was close.
But yeah, it was it made for a good shot, though, didn't it? You guys enjoyed it. So right, anyway, shall we do the giveaway?
Let's do the giveaway. That's what everyone's waiting for. Yee, posh. Posh.
As I said, I think I said it on camera earlier. Scania water. What that's all about, I don't know. Look, it's Scania Assist. It's Scania water. I don't know if they just drain the radiator and put it in. And the Capri's Bunch Bar.
Rusty water. That's full of iron.
Yeah, literally. Rusty iron. Right, so we're gonna get posh. We're gonna get posh. And if I hit that, we should have a roulette. There we go.
Yee.
Switch screens and go there. And I'll just move it down a bit. Look, it's got my mini in the middle. That'll hit spin. Oh, that was close. Slow, wasn't it? Chris Bray 95.
Whee!
Yeah.
Round of applause for Chris Bray 95.
Chris Bray 95. 95.
You're a winner.
Winner, Chris Bray 95. Paige, write that down because I will forget. So, Chris, if you're in the house, I haven't seen your name, but I will get in touch with you via Instagram and we'll sort it out.
Write down what?
Chris Bray 95. Secretary. Oh, we had
Trucker Jenko's gotta go. We're gonna miss Philip from work. Bye-bye,
Yes,
Trucker Jenko.
Trucker Jenko's going. Oh, see you later, buddy. Say hello to the good lady for us. When all this scamdemic crap's gone, we're gonna have to get together, some of us. There you go, sweet.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get together. I'm gonna have to do it. I saw one from
Spell.
Chris Bray. Chris as in Chris. Bray as in Bray.
Is it K or C?
See you lunatic. Jeez. There, look. See it? Right, okay, just write that down and I'll get in touch with him later. I'll sit down. What do you see?
Jenko wants to switch on his seat to stop the bouncing. There's Gary Walker at the bottom. A lot of the seats bounce a lot, though, don't they?
Can I just comment on John Martin here? Jenko, is everything okay? No vlog this week from Dublin. John Martin's had some sad news in his family. Nip over to his Instagram page. He has posted on there about it. So just go check it out on there, mate. I'm not going to say what it is on it.
I was just practicing my hand.
Thank you very much. Am I supposed to read that?
Oh, Matthew Smith, that's a great question. Chris Bray 95. Chris Bray of is it Chris Bray? No, Matthew has asked a great question. Phil B, any embarrassing stories about Paul? Do
Crack
tell
on,
us.
love. Go for it, son. Come on, Philip. I can ban you.
There's nobody in here to tell any embarrassing stories about me.
We can make them up.
So I'll tell you one myself, shall I? When I went back to work after being furloughed, in the yard, in the skip yard, there's a massive sort of ditch, like a dip in the yard, and it fills with water when it rains. Well, I'd reversed through that, ready to tip off a skip. When you get out the lorry, you're actually getting out into that dip, which is full of water. Muddy water, I might add. And I missed the bottom step and landed on my back in that puddle.
We've all done that.
Oh, it's only about 2 or 3 feet, isn't it? But I felt like a right Wally. And they kept the CCTV footage of it. The buggers. Laughing at my expense.
Well, I'll tell you one myself. Not that long ago, I was at Harwich Docks and I was swinging off a ratchet strap, tightening a wheel strap, and you know yourself, if you use a strap, it sometimes they click the ratchet to let go, and I'm swinging on it full weight, and obviously that's a hell of a lot of weight with my fat ass, and I'm swinging on it, and it clicked and let go, and I just went peeling down side of the trailer, backpedaling as you do, on my ass, roll around.
Yeah.
Worst thing is, it's right next door to a public railway line, and there's a passenger train coming past as I'm rolling down the side of the trailer. Obviously not, there's a fence between us, but there's all these passengers, you know, there's commuters.
Yeah.
On the train, like.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So yeah, death by embarrassment there.
It's not so bad when you know you're never going to see them people again. But I was back at work the next day with those people who were laughing at me.
Yeah, it's but it's amazing how quick you can get back on your feet, though, isn't it? And look around to see if anybody's looking.
And everybody was.
For you.
One person missed it. He was like, "Oh my God, I missed it!" It was quite funny. Anthony Look has asked a question. Are you going to do this again, same as Daz?
Yeah, I've replied in chat. Just below. I just put Anthony, it's just a one-off. I might do it again occasionally, but I'm certainly not going to try and take over from Daz. Daz works too damn hard for doing this, and he's worked so hard to get good at it, so I'm not going to step on his toes. It's just a one-off, is this? There's one for you, Ness. Well, not the reversing part, but the John Raymond yard.
Paul is well, Nessa. There is a vid on YouTube called Reversing a Truck and Trailer. Jason Walton, I know Jason, and I've seen his video, and I've seen all of his videos, actually.
I've never heard of him.
He's a cracking guy. He is a cracking guy. But, he was stopped from doing his videos, but that's his business to tell you the reason why. But, he's full of knowledge, and the amount of stuff you could learn from his videos is incredible. And he's based in Cannock. He does still work for John Raymond. Right,
cool. Yeah, I've never heard the guy. I've only just found, is it Russell Worthing? I've heard his name bandied around on because obviously these guys won't know, but we have a YouTube chat between us vloggers, and I've noticed him bouncing around on there a little bit. I've never bothered. That sounds horrible, but never got round to checking his videos out. But yeah, I was quite impressed. Yeah, he's a good guy. Good videos.
He is. He's put a few videos of himself teaching other new drivers as well.
Okay. I haven't watched that many, to be fair.
Yeah, he's got a knack for it, I think. I think he's got a bit of a talent for the teaching side of things.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it was, I enjoyed it. But, this one's quite amusing.
You've been framed. I doubt it. They only pay 250 quid. This is worth far more than that.
250 quid.
Far more.
And that's a challenge I'd like to see.
You should do a Welsh-speaking vlog, Nessa. Nadolig Llawen. I could do, but there's so much spit involved with the Welsh language. The screen the lens would just get covered in spit. I think maybe me, Scott, and Martin should join up and do something in the Welsh language, perhaps. But then nobody would watch it because you wouldn't understand us.
I'd watch it. We'd put captions on. Yeah. So I could see it might be a bit of a bother organising, but behind the vlogging scenes of how you set up the cameras. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I don't see why not. I won't pay out for GoPro. I did buy a GoPro camera, and I found it no better than the cheap and nasty action cameras. You know, your 30, 40 quid action cameras that you buy, and yet these GoPros, to buy them new, you're talking 250, 300 quid at the start for a basic one. And like I said, I did buy 400 quid per GoPro, and I was very, very disappointed with it. And I've just been in contact with 8man, because that's the company I use, the brand I use, and they are sending me a new camera out for review. So I will do something with that, I think. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, that Chuck Tea. In fact, well, yeah, I'm going to say you can do it yourself, but you only just started, so it might be more interesting for yourself to see what we're doing. But I'm not into spending a lot of money. I'm not into spending a lot of money. So. Well, we got. I bet someone on the train, who follows, might remember you. Yeah, possible. Yeah, I bet someone on the train was one of your followers that might remember that. You know, I got on my arse.
So you'd know by now.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Hiya, Paul. I remember that time you fell down that banking. I
Yeah.
saw you. I think you'd know by now.
Right. Michael Brett's asked if I ever thought about being a trainer. I wouldn't do it dedicatedly. I wouldn't do it day in, day out, but I'm more than happy to show. When I was in the TA, I used to I attached the cadets for quite a while. I was an instructor with them. I used to love it. I used to love instructing. It was good. I passed qualification for actual training, how to set up lessons, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's certainly a possibility. Any of my tattoo career, do I have plans for getting? I always say it's my last one, and I always get more. The last one was that side, the one on my neck. That was my last one. That's for my mum and dad. It's my mum and dad's date of birth. I would like to get my knuckles done, across my front of my knuckles, but the wife says I look like a thug if I had them done. And I've also got, I've got that one on there, so I've only got 3 fingers left. But 1944 in the Roman numerals is 7 letters, so they would go across my knuckles. So maybe, yeah, I will. Let's see. Jason Walton got stopped from doing vlogs. Anybody know Jason Walton? It's not a name I'm aware of.
Jason Walton is the John Raymond transport driver.
Right, yeah, of course, right. Yeah. We're not getting into that again tonight. I think the impressions went down well last time. I think we'll drop it this time. There's no alcohol involved. In fact, no, Nessie, you can have a go. You should be quite good at that. Doing a spinny impression.
I always do a spinny. And if I mention spinny in any of my vlogs, I always put the hashtag more Scott on the video.
Yeah, credit him for it, yeah.
Because he started it, but we all say it now.
Yeah.
We all call it spinny.
It's same as Jenko when he goes to the toilet. I'm going to go use the facilities.
The facilities is the way you say it. It's not just the words, it's the way you say it.
Yeah, I will say it in the yard of the week. And I'm just going to use the facilities. Huh?
Yeah. Coffee a la Claire is a thing now. Everybody likes the coffee a la Claire.
Well, no, I don't personally because I don't like coffee, but yeah, I get what you say. Billy Mallon. What was the most painful tattoo you got? That one. By a long shot. I did that myself. It's been done 3 times. Colour ink just doesn't stay in your palm. You've really got to arrive it in there, and it's not very pleasant. Do you ever get your hands tattooed? Not good. No, that's right. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading then. Chuck a Tea. We did speak about that. I think we did. Was that through Instagram? I think it was. We've both got a similar background. Tattooists and doorman. I think tattooist and doorman seems to go in quite a hand in hand. I don't see why. I don't know why.
It's like socks and shoes, isn't it? It goes well together.
Yeah, but the worst thing is though, if you break your hand, you can't tattoo.
That's a big problem.
I broke my hand a couple of times. I'll get it on camera. I've got lumps up back of my hand here.
Mm.
You can see them. I broke. It's just stupid hitting people wrong. I used to be an idiot.
Yeah, if you're going to hit someone, do it right.
Yeah.
How often do you do your CPC?
I've just seen that one.
I do a 7-hour day each year, one a year.
I did one last Sunday, Low City last Sunday, about driving in London and how bikes have got priority and all that crap. And it's about 3 months ago I did one. But you can do them one after another, right at the beginning of the 5 years.
Yeah, you can do 5 all in 1 year. I think if you leave it too late, though, you end up having to rush it. And
definitely.
You may not get a course done in time.
Not only that, it's painful to do them as well.
Yeah, it is. But the good thing is now they've changed the law where you can't sit 2 of the same classes. So
you know what? I was covered up to, when was it, 18, was it? Was it 18 that the license, when the first lot CPC ran out, 2018? I think it was, and you had to have qualified again to go again. I think it was 2018.
Mine ran out last year, I think it was. I renewed mine
I don't
last
know.
year.
But whenever the first batch I did to cover me for the period I'm using now, I did the same module 5 times. Exact same module, the exact same course 5 times, which is ridiculous.
I did the same one 3 times, but not 5.
Yeah, 5 times. But yeah, now it's stated you've got to have 5 different modules, which stops you from doing them too quick. You don't break your hand if you use your forehead.
Yeah, but you might break your head.
That's what I've never done.
I'd rather break my hand. Oh, God.
Well, this is a bone of contention, really. Working trucker, as you're on TikTok, do you watch any truckers on there? I'm only on TikTok. 99% of the reason I went on TikTok is to see what crap my daughter's watching. That's 99%. I'm pissed off with seeing girls with no clothes on. That's as a red-blooded male. I am sick to death of seeing women with no clothes on there. It's ridiculous. It's desperate. It's just pathetic.
No need of it.
Anyway, to answer this question, yeah, I like The Life of Lee Holt. I know Lee from I know him to speak to from the show scenes. Egghead Chris is another one that makes me laugh. Hi Princess. I mean, she's been quiet lately, actually. Yeah, there's a few that I watch. They're quite amusing. And obviously Roy Smooth, one of our lads, he's come off TikTok now. He's using something called Reel on Facebook. But the amount of abuse and trolling on TikTok is shocking. I won't be posting much on there at all. I can guarantee you that much. What's that one, Sam? I was moving the attic in the yard the other day and I shouted, "Do it, Spinny!" I looked at me when he did sectioning. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, he's got a bit of a thing for Angelica. She's too stereotypical for me. You know, blonde, big assets, and just no, it's not for me. I'm not a fan.
I was just reading that as you highlighted it.
Yeah, I actually went out on a bike. I actually got a bike. I do actually go mountain biking occasionally when I get a chance and can be bothered. I can be asked. Yeah, this is the second time Michael's put this up. A company called Training Matters. I think we're going back to CPC training, what we were talking about next.
Yeah. That's if you're not sure of companies, you're better off going on recommendations because you know they're going to be a legit company.
Yeah. Well, the company I did my class 2 with, 15 years ago, they I didn't do a lot of research, to be fair. The price was right, so I went for it. It turned out I got my license, don't get me wrong, but afterwards I heard a lot of horror stories about them. I think I just got off very, 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 very lucky. That's what I was looking for. Thanks, Matthew. It was 19th of September. When we had to September 19, when we had to have your CPC done. Dave W, is it true that if you complete your hours on CPC within the first year of passing for the first time, it's extended from 5 years to 10? No, it's not strictly true. When your 5 years expires, then your new 5 years starts. So if you've got 4 years left of your initial 5, you will have a total of 9 years worth of CBC. That's all that means. So if I did mine in this 5 years I'm on currently started in September 19. If I was to complete it now, which is roughly a year, I will have a further 9 years of CPC entitlement before I have to even think about worrying about it. Yeah, John messaged me the other day. Sorry, John, I meant to get back to you and I've completely forgot. I will get back to you on Instagram. I completely forgot about messaging you back. That's one I'm not quite sure. I think it's got tackle. You've got to have CPC. I don't know, to be fair. Do you know, Ness? Anybody else in the group know? In the chat? Is the CPC only for HGV drivers, or do you have to have it for vans also? You've definitely got to have it for passenger vehicles.
You've got to have it for vans if the van has the tacho installed. Some vans have the tachos installed, don't they? So in that respect, you would have to.
Yeah, I think you have to be. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything about this, but I will just leave that on the screen and we'll go. Now, Nessa, if you could go back in time, is there anything you would change in any way? I'll start this one. Yes, I wouldn't have got married first time. I wouldn't have got married the second time. I would have waited for the third one. Is he on about the job?
I'm not quite sure. Michael, please elaborate on that question.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking job, I probably wouldn't have started tramping. Because you get hooked into tramping, you get hooked into the way of life, you get hooked into the money, and you get to the point where he's so used to. It's like if I take a week off work now, I get under my wife's feet. I'm on it way all the time. I'm gonna spend more time in my workshop than I do in the house just to get away from. Yeah, to get away from her, to get out from under her feet, because I annoy her when I'm around her, and it's because she's got her own little single mum life while I'm at work.
It's the routine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the routine. I'm breaking a routine, which is, it's not really fair, but it is because it's my house. I live here as well, occasionally. So I probably wouldn't start tramping, but that's a personal thing to me. If you want to be away from your wife, then it's perfect.
I think it's better for single people, I would have thought.
I think it's... you've certainly got less issues, less worries, less concerns, considerations.
As a single parent, there's no way I could do tramping. None at all. But also, as a single parent, if I'd have known what the work was going to be like before I started this job, I'd have waited another probably 2 years before I started.
What, gone to a class 1, you mean?
Yeah, I would have waited another 2 years to go to class 1 because it's a big commitment.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's not just that even on day work. The thing I don't like about day work is that you're constantly under that what I call a Friday afternoon pressure of getting back.
But it's every day. Yeah, it's that pressure every day.
I mean, yeah, I call it Friday pressure, tackle pressure of having those hours to get back on Friday. But obviously, you guys, you do it on days. You've got to do that every single day. And for you, being a single mum, you've got no choice. You've got to be home. So it's not like, I'm struggling. I'll have to take a night out tonight. It's not really an option for yourself, is it? No,
it's not. But I did that video last week. Single parents and maxed hours and all that. I'd literally done a 14-hour 58 day, and I wasn't back in time. I wasn't back in time to do the school run. Yeah. So not only did I not do the school run, but I also didn't get to see my son that day before he went to school. So you do miss out. You do miss out.
Well, you miss out anyway, regardless. I haven't been to a parents' evening. Yeah, let's just leave that there. I don't think I've ever been to a parents' evening. I think I've maybe been to one sports day, purely because of the job. I know I could take time off and holidays and stuff like that, but I'm out there earning money. I'm out there supporting the family. It's the way it is. So William Montford there's comment. I'll put it up. Do you think tramping good for young lads in the game? I don't think tramping's good for young lads. If you're going to do it, I think you should do it as a younger person. It's not good for setting up your life. if you get it into your head that you're only doing it for a short term, to put the money in the bank to save for a deposit, etc., I think it's a fantastic way. You're $5,000 up a year just from your night out money. $5,000 a year, do it for 3 or 4 years, and you've got an half decent deposit, haven't you? Just from your night out money, not including your wage and the extra hours you're going to get.
It's a great way for saving.
Yeah, definitely. So I think if you're going to set your life up and then have it in your head that you're coming out of it, and do it, then I think it's a good way to start personally. Crap way to meet anybody. If you're a young lad and you're single, you're not going to meet somebody. You're going to struggle. So.
Trucker T has asked another good question.
I was just looking at that one. Is it that one?
What do you do? Basically, pull over before you run out of time. You ring the office and they'll send someone out for you.
If you've got a decent company, they will, yeah. But what you really want to be looking at doing there is if you're not traveling towards the end of the day, you're on your last drop. You're 4 hours from home, about 3 hours. Really, you need to be looking at that before you got to your last drop. If you couldn't get to that last drop with enough time to get home, you don't do the last drop.
Yeah.
And the company should understand that, provided you've not been tossing it off all day. If they've just overplanned your work, then I think you're perfectly within your right to turn around and go back.
We've got really good planners at our yard. They plan your last drop or your last pickup, sort of close to home, to be honest.
Yeah, can you send them out?
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I'm lucky in that respect.
Yeah, we've got more that are. I'm not going to comment. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I've only that one time where I did 14 hours 58 minutes. That's the closest I've ever got.
Yeah.
And any other time I've had more than an hour spare. So I think it was just traffic and circumstances on the day that caused that.
Yeah.
But they did say to me, if I'm caught out and I haven't got enough time, just stop at the nearest services and they'll send out someone for me.
You've got to bear in mind though that you can't. If they bring a van out, you cannot drive that vehicle back. If you're out of duty time or driving time, you cannot drive. Well, you can drive it back You can drive it back if you're out of duty time. Sorry, it's right. You can drive it back if you're out of driving time and you've got duty time left.
Yeah.
Because you're not taco regulated. But you cannot if you're out of duty time. So you've done a 15-hour day. You cannot drive that vehicle back because you pass as work.
They've said you can't drive any company vehicles once you run out of working time.
Yeah. But Sam K there depends on what you want. Champion for me, it's when it is at his happiest. I've got to be fair. I've always been a bit of a loner, so being out in my truck on a night I'm by myself, there's no issues to me. I quite like that kind of part of life. How easy to forget your hours? It's not nowadays, really, with the newer trucks. My truck shouts and balls at me when I'm getting close to my driving times, duty times.
The tachograph flashes, doesn't it?
Yeah, you get all sorts of warnings on the new ones now, and it's very, very easy now. And then Phil B is just a great big faggot.
Oh!
He's responding to the embarrassing story question earlier.
That's nasty.
Michael asked when did I pass my class 1? When did I pass my class 1? Just after Paige was born. She's coming up 13, so 12 years ago. What's that? 2008. George Brown's asked if I'm drinking. Nope. Any discussion on that one? Nope. Well, I am. It's orange juice. And Fozzie's in the house. No, not that one. That one. Fozzie's an old pal of my wife's.
They all think there's 25 hours in a day.
Yeah,
I do agree with that sometimes, but all of our planners are ex-drivers, which is good.
Can you just nip? We'll zoom in a little bit and you'll see it's like, a lot bigger than that far away. What's that say? I know somebody who ran out of hours. He parked up 5-10 minutes from his yard. Someone else collecting. Yeah, that's fair enough, Noel. Providing he's got duty time they have to either send 2 people out to pick him up, so one to drive his truck back and one to chauffeur him back to the yard, or he must have enough duty time to allow him to drive the vehicle back to the yard. If one driver comes out in a vehicle, the driver gets in the truck, he gets in the van, car, whatever, the company vehicle, and drives it back. He must have enough time on duty. Otherwise, he's breaking the law because he's going over his working time, 13 or 15-hour day. But a lot of drivers won't care about that and they'll just do it anyway, just to get home. I personally wouldn't. Well,
I don't know about that, see.
I still think you're working. Whether you're driving your vehicle or not, I still think you're working, aren't you? Because you're returning to your base.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a simple answer to that.
I have to look into that.
Yeah, but I won't want to drive my car anyway, so and my car keys.
I was going to say I've always got my car keys on me. I never leave them at the yard.
But it's a good question. It's definitely an interesting question.
It's worth finding out that answer, to be honest.
Yeah. I'll have to know about that. The chocolate taco. But can you get into a truck with a taco in it if you run out of working time drivers? Not quite sure what you mean, George. Are you talking about being chauffeured back with somebody else? With their taco in, them driving? And like, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Elaborate on that one, George.
I think if you're being chauffeured back in a company vehicle, I think it's still classed as working time, isn't it?
It's still classed as working time. I think. Yeah,
you'd have to definitely leave yourself enough time to be chauffeured back. There's no point driving to your limit and then expecting.
The chances of getting nicked for it are very minimal.
Yeah.
But if we're talking straight down the line legally, yeah, I don't know. It's a simple answer. Chuck a tease asked about me, my army days. When I say army, mate, I was only territorial. Let's get this straight before somebody comes on. So, well, you weren't really proper army, were you? I was territorial army. Yeah, it was, well, yeah, getting pissed in Canada was quite good. That was probably the last. we had a few too many. Well, I had a few too many Southern Comforts on the day, and I was pretty much the same condition I was the other week. And that was the last time as well. Yeah, we had some good times. I spent 4 months in Canada. I spent a few weeks in Germany. We drove all the way to Northern Ireland for a weekend. I don't understand that. Went Friday afternoon, come back Sunday afternoon. I didn't understand that one myself, but that was. I know everything's calmed down a hell of a lot over in Northern Ireland, but just being in a military vehicle in uniform driving through Northern Ireland was quite unnerving, if that's the right word. You know, I felt like everybody was watching. Maybe, don't know. But Phil B, he's ex-forces, he served in Northern Ireland. He'll shout up and tell us what it really feels like over there. Daz has asked who's our drivers who want to keep track of hours. It's drivers. You imagine a planner, he's probably got 30, 40 drivers. You know, if you're with that size company, he can't keep an eye on your hours. Us personally, at our company, we have this smart taco. I don't understand how it works. I don't actually download my taco at all. Never download my taco. Never take the card out, never plug it in, never download it. It's all done remotely from SIM cards or some kind of wizardry, magic tree. I don't understand it. So they can go online and they can type in my name, whatever, and they can bring up all my driving hours. If I'm telling them I've only got 5 hours left and they want to see if I'm lying and telling them lies that I don't want to do a job, they can go on and check it and see if I am or not.
That's another thing the DVSA can do as well. They can check your driver's hours while they're driving next to you.
You can drive past you, do it remotely, yeah. Sam K's popped up with this one. In terms of your own car, as long as you're going home, technically legal. You know, we're talking about going from somebody bringing it out to, so you parked up at services, you know, half an hour away from your yard. Somebody brings your car out to you, and you're going back to the depot. You're going to hand your paperwork and stuff like that in. So you've got to be on other work, haven't you? Got to be. But yeah, if you're going straight home from where they picked you up, then fair enough. Yep. It's bonkers. Oh, the man's in the house, look.
Hey, all right, Daz.
We will hold the footy against you, Daz. I can't stand football. I really don't like football. So, no, not for me. So, Daz, when's your next live? When's your next vloggers show? Gary Walker. Cheers, buddy. Come in and see you, Paul. She said you look like my brother. Is that a good thing? No?
It's a shame people can't share photos in this chat. It would be quite funny to see some things.
Well, right. Well, the whole story goes, kind of onto this was, everybody keeps asking, is Dee Dee your son? Is he your son?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Well, the reason being is apparently I'm a spitting image of his dad. I mean, his dad don't talk anymore for whatever reason. That's them. That's their.
And his name is Paul.
And he's called Paul. Yeah. Apparently he's got the goatee beard, the big guy tattoos. You know, and apparently I'm a spitting image of the way I'm holding myself, the way I carry myself, etc. So I adopted him as my son. I'm not his dad. I'm his adopted YouTube dad. So yeah, it's quite good.
Daz's show is on the 19th.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, a lot of people slag Luke off, but I've got to know Luke quite well over private messaging and phone calls and stuff like that. And he's not the same as he is on camera. He's actually a really, really nice guy, to be fair. So it should be a good show, that one. But just hope they don't drink as much. Well, we're on an hour and 20, so we'll get another 9 minutes and then we'll leg it.
Yeah, my kids are crying for their curry.
Not the curry. No.
They want the curry.
Right, well, I think we'll finish it there then. If you need to go do your mum duties, and I need to go and supervise the tree putting up procedure. So what was that chap called again? Chris Bray 95. I haven't seen him in chat at all, but I'll private message him on Instagram. I'm going to give him a week. So next Saturday, if he's not got back to me, we will redraw. I'm not messing about like last time I did, and it went on for weeks and weeks. So if Chris Bray hasn't contacted me back, we'll do this again.
So we could possibly do another live next Saturday, another draw with a different guest, perhaps.
If not, we'll all get together and abuse Luke C, Ashley Hale, Sam, and Dazza the trucker on the 19th. That should be a good one. And then the Sunday after that, I have to do my speed awareness course. So, right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, and all that stuff that I normally say, I appreciate you all joining me, and especially thanks to Nessa for taking time out and not feeding the kids. I appreciate it. So,
neglected by children.
Yeah. So, cheers, guys, and I'll speak to you again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ta-ra all.